It's All Things 805, and we are connecting community, culture, and climate of Ventura County and beyond. In studio with me right now, I have the night manager over at CASA de VIDA of Oxnard. It's a men's rehab in the city of Oxnard. I have with me Chuck Neal. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So the first question I ask people on All Things 805 is to share a little bit about yourself from your own point of view. What do you want the listeners of All Things 805 to know about you, Chuck?
All right, my name is Chuck. I'm a 50-year-old night manager at CASA de VIDA, formerly a wildland firefighter who suffered an injury and didn't know what he was going to do with his life. Prior to that, I was actually a criminal for most of my life. And I had an incident happen in 2018 where by some miracle chance, a firearm went off in my face and it completely changed my life and sent me in a new direction. And so now, I got into the forestry service, and now I'm into restoring men's lives through my higher power, which I call Jesus Christ.
Amen. So that's kind of an interesting story.
Right?
I think that God intervened in your life in a very huge way, didn't he?
Yes, he did. I was a hopeless dope fiend. No, I'm just a hope fiend.
I love it. So this is kind of odd, but I was actually out in the corridors here at my radio station, and I caught you and this lovely lady that's in studio with us to, like walking around the building, and I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, like, do you guys need some help? You picking up a prize? And you said, what?
I said, we do need help, and we're looking to promote CASA de VIDA's cornhole tournament coming up here on the 22nd of this March, and it's an important fundraiser because lately we're getting guys, being a former addict, it's hard to get help, let alone good help. And although it is mostly up to the addict to hit their rock bottom and decide that they want to make a change in their lives, the funding part is really, really difficult. And so we're raising money because honestly, right now with the economy, it's hard to get people in there. The cost of everything is up, and we've been suffering for the past year, but somehow we've been in service for 19 years now, and we want to stay in service. And the money, it goes to all sorts of different things, from taking them in to AA meetings and NA meetings, sometimes to even taking a guy in who can't afford, like, we're not a free program.
Yeah.
But we've been working to be able to take guys in and then get them to work and then get them to pay their bills and teach them, basically learn how to live life again by life's terms.
Yeah, so the night manager over at CASA de VIDA in the city of Oxnard, a men's rehab center. So tell me a little bit about your role there and how you got into it, just a little bit about your story as far as this organization is
So basically, like I was saying, I was a wildland firefighter. I suffered an injury. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with my life after that. It was a training exercise injury. It wasn't anything great like carrying a lady out of a burning building. It had to be a training exercise.
It happens,
Yeah, it does happen quite often.
I fell up the stairs the other day. How does somebody fall up the stairs?
I've never heard of that.
But I did. It just happens. Things happen.
So I was at a transitional period in my life. A relationship that I was in, I was living in Huntington Beach, kind of fell apart rather quickly, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And a good friend of mine named John C., who is exceptional in the community of Ventura at helping men, he reached out and said, "Man, I think I got a spot for you." And I'm like, okay. So he said, just take my hand and trust me in the Lord. And I did. And then the next thing you know, he's saying, I got this other spot for you. What I'm doing. I'm going to the doctors a lot for the injury. It's taking up my time. I did get a job when I first got up here, and I was working for one of the trash companies, and I was doing really good, but my doctor's appointments had caused me to, they wanted to let me go because I was going to so many doctor's appointments. So then I was like, nobody's going to want to hire me. So he says, look, there's this place, CASA de VIDA. It's really good, and this is what it does. And I went, well, that's something I'm very passionate about, and on top of it, it was Christian-based. And since 2018, for the past 6 years, that's what I've been into, is learning the word of the Lord and everything else. So it was like right up my alley. It was God sent. It was a miracle. And they offered me this position, and unfortunately, like I said, times were tough and financially they were struggling. They ended up letting go of almost every employee. So then the whole center kind of fell into my lap. And so instead of being 6 at night to 6 in the morning, now I'm pretty much 24/7. I'm living on property to make sure that everything goes smoothly with the guys. We've had a couple little rough patches, but for the most part, we've sent off some pretty great graduates. We've got a guy we even sent out. He started his own business. I mean, he went from hopeless drunk to starting his own business. So miracles definitely happen there.
Yes. Okay, so we have the night manager, who is now, it seems like he's just a manager, period. Chuck Neal, he's from CASA, the VIDA, and we just had a chance meeting in the hallway here. I think that was the universe saying, hey, you needed some help, and here's Miss Alanette with an opportunity, right?
Right.
So
was
you,
it a chance?
yeah, it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. There's a very special event. Is a fundraiser going back to the Casa de Vida family. It's a cornhole fundraiser. No, I don't know a lot about cornhole, but you guys got some great things going on at this event. Tell me all about it.
So cornhole, I'm very competitive. It happens to be one of the sports I'm really, really good at. I invite you to come out and try to beat me. So
challenge.
All the money that's being raised as far as the tickets to play cornhole will go into the pot, and then half of that will come back to Casa de Vida. The other half will go to the winners of each division. They have a competitive division, a family division. They might even have a kids division.
Yeah, kids. It says yeah.
Yeah. We're also having we got a really awesome musical artist by the name of Josh. He's in charge of he's a worship pastor at VMC, Ventura Missionary, and he is like, I don't know, I like to kid with him and call him Brian Adams, but
that's old school.
He is super good and talented. What else do we got going on? We got the silent auction, gift baskets, 50-50 raffles, face painting for the kids, jolly jumpers for the kids, and kids games. So yeah, I mean, it should be a great time for a great cause.
All right. Well, that is going on Saturday, March 22nd, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Freedom Center, and the address there is 831 North Olive Street in the city of Ventura, corner of Bell and Olive, and this is a big fundraiser for Casa de Vida. And it's a cornhole competition, and Chuck invites you to come out and try to beat him at cornhole, and I'd like to see that actually. There will be some great food and fun for the entire family, and so you got to come on out. Of course, is there a way that people can contact you or contact the organizer? Where can they go to get more information about this
Absolutely.
event?
If you go on Google, you can look up Casa de Vida. It'll pop up right away, and you can go through its webpage.
Okay, so casadevida.net. Also, the information will be up on our Instagram page at all.things.805. Thank you, Chuck, for being here and taking the opportunity.
You.
Oh, well, this is what I do. You caught me at a great moment.
Like I said, it's cool.
All right, perfect. Okay, so it'll run this Sunday.